moment, let's try and imagine how our skin truly feels during the cold winter months.
Cold air outside, hot air inside, and dry air everywhere.
This is a definite recipe for disruption of our skin barrier and integrity.
And that means we are more prone to dry and itchy skin.
My concern during these times is even more for those with conditions like eczema and psoriasis, since cold, dry air is known to aggravate these conditions even further. Hi, I'm Dr. Sanoba Peza Doctor. I'm a board certified dermatologist and integrative health practitioner. There is never a one size fits all approach for anything or anyone, and that is what I share on this channel related all things to skincare, hair care, and healthy aging. Here are my top 5 tips for having and maintaining healthy skin this winter. Number 1,
Moisturize,
moisturize.
moisturize.
You must have seen my rant on Instagram and in all of my previous videos, but I say this for a reason. You should be using a moisturizer all year round.
Period.
It is non-negotiable, but it is especially important during the winter months.
What is the best time to moisturize?
Right after you shower and whenever you find it necessary. Pat dry after you shower and apply a generous layer of moisturizer to seal in the moisture. This will also keep the water from evaporating and making your skin dry. Now, I can't feel your skin, but you can. You are your best doctor and judge.
When I say doctor, I am not encouraging self-diagnosis, but I'm trying to motivate you to listen and understand your body better.
So feel free to apply a moisturizer anywhere and everywhere as and when it might be necessary throughout the day. You don't need to have 1,000 separate moisturizers for different areas of your body. I know there are those for the face, for the body, for the hands, the neck, even the arse.
Yes, literally.
And while I do have all of them,
No, not for the arts, silly.
try to keep your routine simple enough for you to follow. My favorite way to moisturize during this time of the year is to use an oil-based serum or those with richer consistencies.
Since I'm drying up as I age and speak.
Number 2, moisturize your hands over and above the routine. This might seem repetitive, but I've added it as a separate point for a reason.
We take these vital organs for granted,
While I'm guilty of frequently washing my hands,
almost to the extent of having OCD for the same.
you know just too well how important hand washing is. Hand washing, as the CDC notes, is very important, especially when the common cold, flu, and COVID-19 are still a threat.
So someone please tell my husband it's not OCD, but it's me being a responsible doctor and wife and mom and human being.
But constant washing of your hands will cause loss of moisture and make your hands feel and appear like dry, parched, barren land. You may also develop small cuts and nicks just because of the dryness and cold your hand is being subjected to. Your hands are one of the most affected areas during winter. In addition, if you are a homemaker and frequently wet your hands while doing different household works like washing the vessels, clothes, then you need to pamper these hard-working assets a little more. So what can you do?
You really want me to say it again?
Yes, moisturize. In addition, always wear gloves when you're outside, and if possible, keep a fragrance-free moisturizer or hand cream or your body cream with you or in your purse so that you can reapply it throughout the day. If you aren't allergic to fragrance, then pamper yourself with the smell of your choice. What are you doing? Number 3, lower the overall heat and lower the water temperatures. I must admit I am guilty of having long steamy showers sometimes, and while they serve to be very relaxing and comforting to temporarily fight off the cold around you, it's not helping your skin barrier. Hot water can dry out your skin. Also be mindful before you crank up the heat in your thermostat, since higher heat not only leads to drier skin, but it can also dry the mucosal linings of your nose, throat, and rest of the body. So try to keep the heat at a setting that is low enough but comfortably tolerated by you in order to prevent being exposed to high heat, whether you're driving, showering, or spending time indoors. The 4th point that I want you to keep in mind is to try to invest in a good humidifier. This is a tricky point since I've seen many of you all do end up getting a humidifier but then don't pay attention to the water quality being used in it. I have already made an entire video on tap water and what you should know about it. But coming back to a humidifier, a cool mist humidifier can prevent dryness of the skin and mucosa. It thereby prevents further irritation and discomfort, especially if you're already prone to dry, itchy skin or if you tend to have seasonal allergies. It also helps replace the moisture that is lost in the air. I highly recommend having one, especially if you have children in the house.
You will bless me.
And on number 5, we have nourish your body and stay hydrated. You know me, my advice will never be complete if it doesn't involve nourishment of your inner self.
And I say this for a reason.
Try to notice the shift in the kind of foods you enjoy eating during this time. Your body will tend to crave warm, comforting foods, and this is one of the best seasons to increase your intake of healthy fats.
Have you noticed how dull the skin looks during the winter months?
This is the time of the year when every cell of your body craves healthy fats and adequate hydration.
Do you know how many times I need to go to pee?
I understand, but you still need to keep yourself hydrated, and my favorite sources of healthy fats include butter, cheese, animal fat, avocados, nuts and oils. Try it for yourself and you will soon notice the glow, plumpness and the aura you were wishing for in no time.
Time for questions.
Alrighty, I also wanted to cover some commonly asked questions especially pertinent to this topic. So the first one is,
can I use the same moisturizer over my face and body?
I get asked more often than not whether it is fine to use the same moisturizer over the face and the body. So technically and medically speaking, our facial skin is thinner and more sensitive as compared to the rest of our body. The skin over your back and palms are the thickest, so you can get away by using more occlusive topicals there. Moisturizers specially designed for the face tend to be more lightweight and are specifically designed with ingredients that should not clog your pores. Hence, the chances of breaking out are negligible. They may also contain more expensive anti-aging ingredients and they tend to come in smaller quantities, so you don't want to waste that all over your body. Right? Now, when it comes to the opposite thing, that is, if you want to use a body cream or lotion over the face,
Nah.
I would still avoid it. Also, keep in mind that more expensive skincare products does not necessarily mean that they are more effective. There is a lot more that needs to be taken into consideration. But I'm sure everyone has 2 separate products for their face and the body. Alrighty, question number 2.
What precautions do I have to take if I already have dry, eczema-prone skin?
You might have noticed that conditions like eczema and psoriasis tend to aggravate or flare up specifically during the winter months, and hence they require greater attention and care. I always recommend my patients to moisturize extremely well after the shower and repeat moisturization by pre-hydrating the skin. That means you want to wet it every time before you apply the moisturizer, even during the day, whether it is 2, 3, 4 or 5 times depending on how dry your skin is getting. But remember, this is always in addition with your gut healing and nourishment protocols. Also, if you specifically have palmoplantar eczema or psoriasis, try to wear mittens and socks after you apply a thick layer of moisturizer over prehydrated skin. I'm very fond of the Remedy Wear line. It is made up of a special material that is extremely soft and non-irritating for inflamed skin. Needless to say, supplement your diet with wholesome, rich sources of fats, proteins and anti-inflammatory foods to combat that underlying inflammation. If you aren't already taking it and if your doctor gives a nod, try to take good quality fish oil supplements. They are very helpful for a lot of things. Okay, one more question.
Can I continue to use retinol or other similar products during the winter?
It is better to step down the use of products containing glycolic acid, salicylic acid and retinol, but there is no need to completely stop using them. If you specifically have dry or sensitive skin, then use them less often or try to use a lower concentration. Also, I want you to continue exfoliating because you still want to remove the dead skin cell buildup that can make your skin look flaky. But remember, do not over exfoliate. Alrighty, I hope I helped you fine tune your skincare routine for this winter. Remember to tailor your routine based on your needs and concerns. Don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends and family.
Sharing is caring
And helps us spread the good word. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any new video or update that gets released. And feel free to drop your questions or feedback in the comments below. Continue to glow, thrive and shine as always.
Take care. I'll see you soon.